or Dayandra Yaput right there in the middle. Mapua versus Benilde to open the season. NCAA Season 101 Volleyball is here. Jem Gavica pala ang starting setter. So, Tambasakan will be the secondary setter of Coach Aying Esteban, who we converted nung off-season. Nagsabi niya sa akin, Coach, nagpa-contest daw siya ng setting. Siya yung parang nanalo dun sa pa-contest na yon, and she has secured that secondary setter spot.
Which is very important, Marta. Especially with playing against a team like etong Benilde Lady Blazers. You need to have pinpoint possessions.
That's right.
Kaya importante yung libero nila at saka yung mga bola na dadali nito ni Gavica sa kanyang mga attackers. Just like that, Rica Franca rather, getting a point.
That's Raisa Rica Blanca opening the scoring here. She averaged 13.9 points per game, a total of 250 points, number 4 in scoring last year. And her scoring mate with Mapua, Freyan Garcia, actually set the single game record for points. She scored 38 points, I think at the Battle of Third, with Arellano at the tail end of the season. So that's a lot of firepower for Coach Aying Esteban this year as Rica Blanca swings again and scores her second point.
Good first ball and ball placement again by the setters. Yun din yung naging strength nitong Benilde Lady Blazers. The past few years, they're 4-time champions na. They've been very good with the first ball. At saka yung setter nila has been consistent, just like that, right on cue.
And that is Cams Bartolome announcing her entry here in the NCAA.
Rookie?
Rookie.
Naman na rookie yung palo.
Galing Iloilo City mula sa Taytong. And here she is in the starting lineup. Ayadin Singh is, well, not listed in the lineup of Benilde because of an injury. And a service ace from Cams Bartolome. So 2 straight from her. What a way to open your NCAA career, Coach.
I bet she's not, the stage is not too big for her.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for this and she's been ready.
That's 3 straight points and back-to-back aces for Bartolome.
Imagine the recruitment class of Coach Jerry. Last year it was Lieses na mga bata pa, galing high school, and then now itong si Bartolome. So the program is in good hands because in a few years time, yung setter mo tsaka libero mo will be graduating. So your attackers, I think si Sam Nolasco, I think still has a year after this one.
Yeah. And speaking of Sam, that's our first best middle blocker in season 100, Sam Nolasco, who led Benilde in scoring last year. Imagine mo, Coach, you know, the number of times they went to her, especially in crucial moments.
And she earned each and every one of those reps.
Yeah. And they earned that 4-peat. Talking about Benilde, here's the swing.
Yun yung pinakamahirap nilang championship actually.
Yeah. Pinaka-challenge as Nolasco scores again. The defending champions are off to a great start.
And that's a drawback of having a smaller setter. Speaking of Mapua, dahil matatangkad yung mga frontline attackers ng Benilde. So when they get the ball in stride, makapunta sila sa launch pad, pakung-paku yung palo, medyo mahirap mag-cover side to side.
And automatic as Bartolome scores her 3rd service ace here in the opening set. Again, this is her first game in the NCAA in the college division. And she's wreaking havoc right away. Here's Rica Blanca. Oh, she is covered on the other side. That's a double block coming from Nolasco and Lieses, and the Lady Blazers have jumped to an 8-2 lead as we go to our technical timeout. to the action, NCAA Season 101. Now we introduce our courtside reporter. May istorya sa atin si Flo Del Agua. Flo, go ahead.
Martin and Coach Hammer, you were talking about Aya Dinsing's injury earlier. At kanina lang din nasabi niya sa akin na actually, this month lang din siya na-injure sa kanyang left knee and it has always been her bad knee this past few years. At sabi ng kanilang doctors, kapag binugbog niya pa daw at pinilit niyang ilaro, it could possibly lead to an MCL or an ACL. So she is staying on the safer side but still positive na makahabol siya this season. On the flip side, tulad din ng nasabi niya, multi-awarded medal blocker Nicole Ong is now the team captain of the Lady Cardinals, and earlier she is opening this season with her statement to me saying that we believe we can do more to beat Benilde this season dahil sila lang din naman ang nagputol ng aming season 100. Let's find out if kayang i-take advantage ng Mapua ang absence ng isang Aya Dinsing. For now, back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Flo Del Agua. That's a story of Aya Dinsing, who was expected to be the go-to scorer of the Benilde Lady Blazers. At dahil na rin dun sa ipinakita niya last year, Coach Hammer, that's a big loss for Benilde. But you know this team, and it's built this way para next man up. Para
next
kahit sino ipasok, next woman up para kasi kahit sino ipasok, kaya mag-perform.
Yeah, and parang factory line as we see another attack here by
through from the left.
on that off-speed hit. Dekagado pala. Natakpan ako ng referee, but again, it's what, 9-0 run?
9-0 run.
Bartolome camping out at that service area.
Again, Bartolome, that's her 10th straight serve. Rica Blanca. They move to the other side. That's denied. It's back with Benilde. Lieses scores again. That's Kyle Lieses with a swing and the point. This is now a 10-0 run for the Lady Blazers. And they have fully taken control of the opening set.
Bakit lumulod? Wala naman na yung ganun natin eh. Ba't bumabalik sa dati? May naiba ba? May naiba ba dito sa ginagawa natin? Eh ba't iniiba nyo? Basic lang yung ginagawa nila eh. Ang problema lang natin, hindi tayo naka-ready. Mabilis silang gumalaw eh. Bilisan nyo rin yung galaw nyo. Ha?
Eh, kuha muna kayo sa putas. Dalawan na kaya! Cut muna!
A necessary timeout for Coach Aying Esteban kasi namagana yung abante dito ng Lady Blazers.
And key word that he said was basic yung ginagawa nila. That's how you see how fundamentally sound yung mga contending teams talaga. They've been doing the exact same thing over and over again. Mas magaling lang talaga sila sa basics. So that's another facet na na-overlook dahil sa talent na meron yung Lady Blazers the past few years.
That's right, they've covered everything
Fundamentals.
so far. And here's the pass back. Binalik din ni Basarte. Ito na si Rica Blanca. Ball is still in play though. Basarte setting up Ondangan. Dug up. This is Nadine Berces.
Oh, welcome back, Nadine.
That's right. Oh, Rica Blanca wins the joust.
And all their points coming off her. Timing that.
That's right.
Ball.
All 3 points ng Mapua galing kay Rica Blanca. And that ends the 10-0 run of Benilde.
May mga games last year na si Rica Blanca was heavily scoring, sunod-sunod, and then nag-dip bigla.
That's
I think she got injured, she had a sprain, or I'm not sure, I need to recall. May time na sunod-sunod na siya yung nagli-leading scorer sa kanila.
And she also had to change positions last year.
Oh, yeah.
Kasi opener siya nagsimula. Finding herself in the opposite side towards the end of the year, including the Final Four as Christy Ondangan tips it up and over and in.
Good read right there, just tipping it over the outstretched arms of the blockers.
A 12-3 start for Benilde. Rica Blanca, siya na yung pumasa dito kay Yap. Basarte to Nolasco. And she scores again.
Loaded hits.
The Lady Blazers have established a double-digit lead here in the opening set. And if they're playing like this, the 5 feet is not far off. Pero to si Alec Liabres, was able to swing and score.
Looks promising.
Yeah.
Yapres with a loaded hit. Nakakuha ng buwelo. Open yung natural niya na position. Pero okay din na nasa opposite si Rica Blanca.
Blanca.
Kasi left-handed eh.
That's right.
So yung palo niya na cross-court mas natural. Kesa ipilit niya i-down the line on the opposite side.
Point goes to Benilde.
That's true. Kaya malaking factor yan
Ladies
sa
and gentlemen, this
Mapua
is a reminder for
towards
our
the end
audience
of
to please
season
turn on
100.
your
A reason
camera flash.
how they solidify that number 4 spot.
Parang
Teka.
ano eh. Parang meron kang dalawang open spiker. Dahil pa-cross-court or pa-down the hill. Open shoulder palo.
By Mapua. The
Buena
challenge
mano
for
challenge
for
mula kay Coach Haying Esteban. So ball in, ball out. We'll see.
Again, a reminder to our friends from the press to please
This is
turn
Coach
off your
Haying
camera
Esteban
flash.
who has
Makipatay po ang iyong flash sa inyong camera.
done a
Maraming
fantastic
salamat po.
job since taking over this program. I think he was here pre-pandemic already. That was his very first year, season 95.
Yep.
The shortened season that we had, and then continuing the program through the pandemic to what it is right now, a Final Four contender.
That's the hardest part about it. Yung mag-acquire ka ng talent during the pandemic, develop them, and then now, I think si Nicolong was part of that bubble of athletes na pumasok sa kanila.
At saka, yun ang malaking gift para sa Mapua because Nicole was locked in, and from her rookie year, consistent. She's steady right there at the middle, which is a hard position to fill here in the NCAA. All right, so is it inside? It's very close. Looks like it's outside.
Upon review, the
So
ball
this will
went
be an
out.
unsuccessful
So the challenge
challenge
by Mapua is unsuccessful.
for Coach Haying Esteban.
The Lady Cardinals have one
Lady
remaining
Blazers
challenge for this set.
Making quick work in the opening set.
Point goes to Benilde, the 14-74.
Kyle Lieses. Last year, Lieses sisters made an impact.
Yeah. Especially in the finals.
Yeah.
Especially in the finals. They were
For yes, sir.
very impressive in bursts.
For Mapua,
Si Ash, ganda ng laro ng finals na yun.
At yun yung kagandahan dito sa magkapatid na to. Kahit anong posisyon ibigay mo sa kanila, kahit anong role,
Yep.
Francesca Esteban.
they do it well.
Speaks of the program.
Yeah.
Fundamentally sound, plug and play. Any possession, kaya mo mag-opposite, kaya mo mag-build, kaya mag-utility. As an attacker, that's an asset for the coaches.
Teka, confusion in Mapua's rotation. Kasi kakapasok lang nito ni Tambasakan, who is now the secondary setter of the Lady Cardinals. Last year, she was still a spiker. Lieses off to the right side of the net. So Mapua can breathe after that. Yabut will proceed to the service area here. This is Diandra Yabut.
Kung merong chink in their armor last season, that was it eh. Marami silang service errors last season. Saka yung first ball, yun yung naging problema nila last season, which is uncharacteristic for the Lady Blazers.
So, second technical timeout, 11-point lead for Benilde. We're back to the coverage. This is NCAA Season 101 Volleyball on Heart of Asia. Battle between Mapua and Benilde. Right now, the defending champs are rolling here in the first set, 16-5.
Mark, chinek ko yung telepono ko kung may signal kasi ang sama ng reception ng koponan ng Mapua. And they're on my side of the floor dito. Tinitingnan ko kasi it's been ayun no, nagkakaroon sila ng problema receiving and setting up their play. So ang layo ng bola, parang nakailang free ball na rito in the set ang kupunan ng Benilde.
Nagpalit na rin ng libero si Coach Aying. Initially may injury to si Princess Rebustes. Pero naglaro na siya dito. Was there a check ball? There was none. So Coach will look for another review, utilizing his second challenge here in the first set. Block touch, because Berses felt like there was a touch. It went through the fingertips of the blocker. So, wala ng challenge. So, Benilde gives the point to Mapua.
Honesty system.
Yeah. Jem Gavica. Also another surprise setter for Coach Aying last year.
Played well.
Yeah.
Played quite well for...
Here's Pasarte over to Bartolome. Underhand setup here for Berses.
Free ball again.
Pasarte back to this side. And that's Ashley Esses scoring the point.
So medyo masama na nga yung pagkakasetup. But again, the basics, it's the fundamentals. Try to break down the defense. Hindi gaanong magkadikit yung blockers.
And if you have multiple players in the front line as Berses scores again.
She did well in her rehab.
This is a quick return for Nadine Berses. That was an ACL injury she had last year.
Athletic din siya eh. So it helps that she's naturally coordinated and gifted like that.
Yeah. So good to see her back in action.
Pero mahirap pa rin yun, Brad. Mahirap bumalik dun.
And to play at this level and to get some reps in the off-season.
Yep. Yung timing eh, yun yung pinaka mahirap ibalik. So, I gotta ask her later saan siya nag-rehab. Ganda ng recovery niya eh. Kasi kita mo, even on her movement, mechanics niya oh.
Yeah. It's more mental.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're returning from an ACL injury as Benilde gets this point outside on that Nicole Ong block. And here's Lieses at the service line now. This is Ash Lieses. Fiona Gitigan on your screens. Gavica choosing Ong, who has been silent so far.
Oh,
Just
they
breaks your
take that.
silence, yes.
I'll take that. A little miss-hit right there. Miss-time, hindi napaluan ng solid.
Yeah.
But that was a good adjustment for Nicole Ong.
At usual yun kay Nicole Ong. Yung nadadaplisan lang niya, hindi inaabutan, pero pumupuntos pa rin.
So hard. That's so hard, no? Yung babaguhin mo yung trajectory ng hindi solid na palo. Talent,
That's
skill.
Yeah. Height, elevation. Yeah.
Pati yung dexterity na baguhin yung palo mo, tapos babaguhin mo pa yung pektos ng palo.
Correct.
Mahirap.
This is too strong. Rare attack error for Benilde in the first set.
Oo, tama. Yan. Yung good.
That's Kyle Lieses committing the attack error. So Ong still at the back. Zen Basilio ang nagsisetter ngayon para sa Benilde. Wow, Christy Ondangan going down the line.
About player development. Ondangan. Ito definitely nakita natin practically grow up in front of us. Developing. Na before, she was just trying to break into the rotation. And then since last year, one of the more reliable silent operators ng offense nila. And matangkad na frontline player again. Length.
And she started as a middle blocker as Lieses goes too strong on the attack. So si Christy simula gitna. That was their very first championship.
Pagilid ng pagilid.
And she was instrumental that season for Benilde as well. Performed well, especially in the finals. Siya yung magic bunot ni Coach Jerry. Oh, Liabres with the emphatic hit.
It's the second time this game that she was able to get into that launch pad. Good approach. despite late help ni Zam Nolasco on that block.
Sent over. Rare chance ball pero bumalik sa kabila. Gavica. Back set for Rica Blanca. Lieses. Berses was there. Gavica over to the other side. Tulak mula kay Liabres. Basilio choosing on Dangan. Just comes up short on the tip.
Medj Benilde. Nauna yung talon bago sa lundag. Kaya mistimed yung palo. But again, it happens.
So, Coach, what was once an 11-point lead is now down to 6.
Yep, slow starter itong Mapua this game. So we'll see how they would adjust a little bit further the game.
Oh, Zam Nolasco. When you need a sure point, you go to Zam.
Go for the middle.
One of the highest in terms of attack efficiency. Every game. Ooh, Yabut. Binawian agad nung
Good pop on that hit.
what this? Bam. Naiwasan si Nolasco.
Underrated yung versus ha. Sa receiving ha. Underrated ha. Ang ganda ng mga first ball niya ngayon.
20-14. Lieses kept in play. They go to Nads. Nads with a checkout.
Good smart play there by Versus. Kasi she started coming off the bench I think last year. Last year, di ba? Tapos nasa rotation siya. Mostly nandun siya sa likod. Tagasalo ng bola talaga eh.
That's right.
I got some pieces here.
Yun yung malaking nawala sa Mapua when she went down with that ACL injury as Liabres commits the service error. Kasi siya yung siya tsaka si Rebustes yung talagang naglilinis ng sahig for Mapua.
Tsaka yun yung parang na-embrace na rin niya na role na doing the dirty work coming off the bench.
Yeah.
Providing a little bit more stability.
Rica Blanca from behind. Oh,
Missed
free ball. Oh, bihira yan. Perses takes advantage but kept alive on Dangan. Gavica. They go back row. Ball is still in play. And that's a point for Benilde.
Veterano na din. Hindi Liabres ha.
Yeah. Oh, she is displaying everything here in the first. Pero si Zam Nolasco.
Na veterano.
Timeout tayo. Pakinggan natin si Coach Eng.
Iniiba lang naman niya yung direction kung saan siya papalo eh. Dito siya harap pero gano'n. May power ba? Wala. Ang problema, nagugulat kayo doon sa ginagawa niya. Lahat ng pinalo niya doon niya abot. Dapat yun ang maraming sa kanya.
All right, 22-15. Coach Eng doesn't want this to slip away. Pakiramdam niya may chance pa dito sa first set ang kanyang kupunan, but they gotta play perfect. Lady Blazers are playing so well as Lieses commits that service error. That's Kyle Lieses. So Yabut, her turn to deal some damage here. And she chooses Dorog. Lieses. Blocked. Lieses from behind, no. Gavica to Ong. Pinalik ni Nolasco. And a point for Nicole Ong on the return.
Good activity, presence of mind, quicker action. After that joust, just being active on the pop-up.
Lead is down to 5. Basilio over to Lieses. Outside. So Mapua with 3 straight points since Coach Aying's timeout.
Get to attack errors. One pop-up, good job.
Chanay Basarte is back on the floor for Benilde. Oh, good serve. Kept up. Perses.
Sa ilalim na palo. Hindi dun sa sweet spot ng bola.
Palubo yung trajectory ng bola doon. So that ends Mapua's run. And now the Lady Blazers are 2 points away from taking the first set. It is with Nolasco. Too strong. So, slightly, the errors of Benilde have allowed Mapua, have helped Mapua in coming back here in the opening set.
And it's not only giving opportunities sa kanilang opponent, but it provides friction dun sa atake nila.
And the floor defense is also tighter for the Lady Cardinals. Wow! That was a late decision for Raisa Ricablanca.
Tightened up nung pinasok si Burses at saka itong si Rebustes. Yung libero 1 talaga nila.
Si Rebustes, ano? Ricablanca with the creativity that time. Lead is down to 3. Kumakapit ang Mapua. Gavika with a good serve. Pasarte. Hindi inabot ni Bartolome.
Too high.
That's a point for Mapua.
So since the timeout by Coach Saying, it's a 6-1 run for the Lady Cardinals.
21-23.
An incredibly close set. Gavika. Bartolome. Rebustes was there. Ricablanca. Dorog over to Lieses from behind. Kept up. Berses from the other side. Buhay pa ang bola. Our longest rally so far. Lefty tip will not work. It's a chance ball for Benilde. Basarte to Lieses. Denied. Ball is still in play though. Nicolong. Too much power.
Gil. Paakyat pa lang yung bola, pinalo na agad ni Nicole. Good timing sana. Ever so slightly. It was right there. Gusto niyang ibaon eh. Timing. A little millisecond off.
Set point. Oh! And that's how we will end set number 1. Pasarte with the service ace. What a set ender with the help of the net. Sinead Basarte closes out set number 1, and the Lady Blazers take a 1-0 lead in the first game of the season. We're back to the coverage. After set number 1, it is the Lady Blazers taking control 25-21, but it was not easy for Benilde Coach Hammer. They needed to come up big, especially in the latter part of that set.
Parang diesel. Ang tagal nagpainit, just like any tractor. Pero nung uminit na dire-diretso, kinapos lang sa dulo because of that 10-0 run that propelled Benilde to a big lead. They answered with their own 6-1 run, but it was a little bit towards the latter part of that first set. Kaya medyo kinapos. Actually, kinapos talaga.
Yeah.
So we'll see how they can sustain that attack here in the second set.
And you're seeing the highlights of set number 1. Again, it was a 16-5 lead for the Lady Blazers before Mapua started to come alive. Sabi mo nga, diesel itong Mapua dun sa opening set na yon. And we saw what they can do. You know, they were activated a lot in that first set, but ultimately, again, the Lady Blazers, this team, despite, you know, having young players on the floor, Coach Hammer, they know what to do, especially during crunch time.
The fundamentals will always be there. You just need to cover the ground. You need to take care of your first ball. You need to get that set to the attackers.
Yeah.
And you maximize those possessions. Kaya lang, itong errors, itong titignan ni Coach Jerry, and definitely bibilugan niya to. 8 errors ang Benilde in that first set.
Even more than the Mapua Lady Cardinals, Coach Hammer, and that's uncharacteristic for the defending champions, but they took care of everything else. Blocks, 5 aces. And
Pero naka-box yan kay Coach Jerry pag tinignan niya yung first set box scores, nakakahon agad yan. Process-oriented team, paano natin ito i-improve? Okay, sige, mag-service muna kayo pag-uwi, ha? Practice niyo.
if they do have training after this, baka hindi pag-uwi, mamaya na.
Might be one of the things that they would be keeping tabs on. Kasi nung off-season, na-remedyohan na nila to in their competitions. Pero malaki kasi yung roster noon, malalim. Maraming niro-rotate na players. Si Coach Jerry, makikita natin ito on the stands yung mga ibang players, yung mga nag-residents. So during the off-season tournaments, medyo nakikita natin na yun yung naging point of emphasis nila. Yung first ball.
And Coach, I was able to converse with Coach Onyap Gatiga na nakausap natin ng maraming beses noong season 100 as Yeses sends that one straight to the net. Napakaraming reps nitong Benilde in the off-season. They joined different leagues. Yung iba pa nga, overlapping yung mga liga nila just to address, of course, the situation, whatever it is that they need to improve on.
Keep the main thing. Let them play volleyball. You can only do so much practice. You can only do so much strength and conditioning. But at the end of the day, they need to be able to handle game situations. Sa makukuha mo lang pag naglalaro ka na naglalaro.
That's true. Yung game level, intensity.
Iba eh.
Iba.
Tsaka iba pagka-NC. Iba talaga.
Perses. Rally continues here. Bartolome. Nakaabang si Abot. Underhand Kiv. Kept alive. Rebustes. Liabres. Umadlib. Basarte. Bartolome again. She's been working hard in this rally. Perses with a free ball. Dorog ang pumasa. Malapit sa net. And Mapua jumps into a 2-0 lead. Coach Hammer.
Just like how they started that first set. They jumped quickly into a lead.
So, this is the ideal start that Mapua has been looking for as Gavika serves. Back set here for Ondangan, covered. Rica Blanca.
Oh, good dig.
Nandun si Lieses. Balik naman sa kapatid niya. This is Ash Lieses.
Naalala ko, nagpalit ba sila ng number? So, parang number 3 yata si Ash last year. I'm trying to recall.
Ngayon magkasunod
Ngayon magkasunod na sila ng number.
Para raw mas challenging sa atin. To determine.
Mas mahirap pag nagpalit sila ng jersey.
Oo, ngayon nga. Kasi last year, kuwari, number 3 si Ash. Madali eh.
Malayo eh. Malayo. I'm not so sure about that. Ako number 3 nga siya. Inaalala ko eh.
Yeah. Nadine Verses taking care of that single coverage in front of her. And Sam yung bumantay dito kay Verses. 5 points now in the match for Nads. And she serves. Bartolome. Rebustes picking it up. Liabres with a swing. And it goes outside, so Mapua gets the point and the 3-point lead.
Yun yung ace attacker nila, yung iniwan ni Roxy de la Cruz na spot. Yung athletic na high work rate.
Yeah. Okay,
Ito, athlete eh.
Coach, we haven't heard from Fran Garcia. Not yet, no?
Nag-shift sila. Ginamit nila rito si Versus for that first ball control dun sa likod. Floor defense.
That's right. And Liabres is effective in the front line. Also has 5 points.
Open. Open talaga siya eh. Kita mo yung approach na. Pag nandun siya sa spot na yun, comfortable. Good pancake right there.
Ooh. Nicely done. And then Liabres sends it over.
Oh, that's an ace.
On the line for Berses.
That's the value that she provides.
Yeah, that's what they missed. Especially in the Final Four.
Tsaka yung floor defense niya, underrated na sanay kasi siya, siguro siyang pinapaluan kasi Garcia, Rica Blanca, tsaka si Nicolong, tapos siya yung nasa backside ng isang defense. So.
That's right. Kaya tumibay yung floor D. Neto ni Berses. That time though, she could not handle the heat.
Nabati natin masyado eh.
It is Kyle Yeses giving Benilde that much needed point.
I mean with her naman, si Cal.
Okay.
Ang naging challenge sa kanya was her ball placement. Ball control sa palo. Kasi malakas wrist action eh. Nakita natin na a few times pa rin kanina, may gigil eh. So, the moment that she would be able to control those hits, kasi loaded siya pumalo. So again, skill work, wrist action. Hindi mo babrasuhin, babalikatin yung palo.
Only her second year.
Yeah.
So,
a lot of time to develop.
That's right. Basarte, Tulieses. Gavica. It is picked up by Basarte. Great effort. Mapua on the attack. Again, Rica Blanca again. Adjusting for that attack. And the Lady Cardinals reach the 8th point first. Let's go to a quick break. Magbalik po natin. We have a report from Miss Flo Del Agua.
Mabuhay mga kapuso, you are still watching the NCAA Season 101 Women's Volleyball Competition. Live pa rin po tayo sa Heart of Asia. At alam niyo ba mga kapuso, yung huddle ni Coach Aying Esteban kanina is less of a huddle and more of a real talk. At mukhang gumagana na nga yan. Ika ni Coach Aying, ano bang nagbabago dito? Volleyball court pa din to. Pare-parehas pa rin yung kasama niyo sa loob. Nagkaroon lang naman ng audience at ng camera. So it's a big question for him kanina. Bakit naging ganun yung simula ng kanilang game? But right now, Coach Aying simply wants the Lady Cardinals to remember who they are and what they've been doing in training dahil once na pumitik daw iyan at naalala na nila, madali na lang na ulitin dito sa San Andres Sports Complex ang kanilang ine-ensayo. Martin and Coach Hammer.
Maraming salamat, Flo Del Agua. Masabi nga, pakita mo kung sino ka. Yung real talk ni Coach Aying gumana, Coach.
Dahil ko nakita ang trending na video na ganyan. Pati si Kuya Eugene lumabas dyan kay Pamboy.
Lumang trend na yun pero ngayon pa lang nakakarating sa amin, mga tito. Biro lang. But, yeah, this is, according to Coach Aying, the real Mapua. Now, playing on the court, they're unable to keep this ball up, though. And that's another point for Benilde.
Good defense on the net. Good block there for that Benilde defense.
Si Clyde Del Catarig na. Yung nagsuserve dito sa Lady Blazers. We didn't see her. Yeah. We didn't see her in the first set, Coach. And she's one of the most efficient attackers that we have in the league. And this is how Benilde is coming back in the second set.
Timeout.
4 straight for the Lady Blazers. Coach Aying calling for time.
Oh, Nadine, mali yung set eh. Ano gagawin doon? Papaluin pa rin na malakas? Oh, ano na nangyayari? Nawala na ulit yung focus. Bakit puro mali na naman yung ginagawa natin? Ano nyo yung sarili nyo?
So more real talk from Coach Aying Esteban. Score now is 6-8. When we entered the first technical timeout, it was 2-8. And it's very dangerous if you're letting the defending champions come back like this and letting them gain momentum.
Good attack on the quick by Nicole Ong.
9-6 is the tally.
9-6.
Ooh, miscommunication.
Favorite kong naririnig yung, it's an elementary mistake ng mga coaches.
Yeah.
Sasabihan ka elementary mistake. Kasi kung merong sport na dapat, medyo selfish yung terminology mo, volleyball.
That's right.
Kasi mine, yours.
Dapat i-own mo. This time,
Tansari.
they score.
So, good off-speed hit going to that bottom of that defense for the Benilde Blazers. And Liabres getting off that launch pad and getting that hit. So, good setup job. Just challenging Basarte was Liabres.
Here's Liabres.
Okay to Marta, yung Liabres. Okay siya.
Steady. 11-7 is our tally here. Rebustes to Berses. Outside. Too long on the cross court.
Medyo iniiwas na niya ng mas matulis yung palo niya.
So Zam Nolasco will start. Kavika to Nicolo. May sumabit. That's Bartolome.
Oh, ganda rin yung pagkaka-set up ni Kavika. So Mapua has very potent attack. The challenge for them is controlling that first ball. I mean, in all volleyball teams, kaya very important na well-trained yung libero mo, tapos meron ka mga utility na talagang Gina G sa likod.
That's right. Oof. That's a good angled hit coming from Ashley Esses.
Specialty of the house for Ash. For the most part, this has been one of the things that she would always lean on last year, yung mga angled hits.
That's true. Oof. Too strong for Basarte. So the errors are piling up for Benilde.
Yun na naman. Service error.
Okay. Coach Hammer, Mapua was actually one of the teams that beat Benilde in season 100 in the first round. That was part of their 6-2 start to the season, as we see this point for the Lady Blazers. So,
With the point.
nandun yung kumpiyansa na capable tayo to take down the defending champs.
And this team is practically intact. And you're just swapping a middle blocker. Their captain last year, Tere Manalo with Liabres. Kung titignan mo yung mga posisyon. Tapos, I think Versus was out na nung game na yun. So, ayan. She's been playing really well.
14-10 for Mapua, able to maintain the lead. Nats Berses scores her 7th point.
And if you're looking at the body language ng Benilde Blazers, parang they took a gut punch. And they're a little bit winded and they're just trying to find yan. Yan mga kailangan nila.
And she's always been like that. Clydel Katarig.
And you mentioned earlier that she is one of the better percentage hitters ng Lady Blazers. And if the Calieses would want to see somebody who developed through the system, itong si Katarig parehas sila ng skill set na malakas pumalo. Pero si Katarig na-improve na yung ball placement niya ng mga palo. Ball control.
Kung magpapaturo ka nung flick of the wrist, dito ka kay Clydel Katarig
dun sa,
Paturo.
pumartner ka sa kanya
Yan.
para matutukan ka ng coach na nagturo
Yan.
sa kanya.
Correct. Kasi laging sharp hits itong si Katarig as Yabut commits the service error.
Kasi heavy hitter to, heavy hand si Katarig. And it was developed throughout her tenure here with the Benilde Lady Blazers.
And here she is at the service line, serving well.
Tsaka game face parati.
Ah.
Pagkalaro.
Uy! Perses, napaganda pa. Utilizing the net unintentionally to gain a 4-point advantage for her team. Welcome back to the coverage. Good news, mga kapuso and NCAA fans. NCAA Season 101 Building Greatness t-shirts like the ones we're wearing right now are available at the GMA online store. And for only 450 pesos, just scan the QR code to place your order. Get yours now to be part of the season that continues to build greatness. These are the shirts in question. And flashing you guys the design of the shirt. Chill lang po kami sa San Andres.
Okay, ah. Mag-plug pa nga tayo na mag-plug ng ganyan
Sige.
episode direct para makita naman ako ng anak ko.
Extra screen time.
Yep. So going for that running attack for the first time in this ball game was Benilde going to that Zam Nolasco. Very familiar tayo dito kasi yan yung unang mga atake na binibigay nila kay Zam. More than the middle hits
That's
before. Noon nandiyan pa si Mitch Gamit. Diyan nila talaga ginagamit as a running hitter. Itong si Nolasco.
But you're right, you know, they're forced to use that here in the second set as Nolasco commits the attack error, goes low on that attempt. Alex Liabres
serving for Mapua.
will start this rally. 6 points for the rookie. Jump serve going straight to the net. It is back down to 3.
Laging may mga ganun, no? Yung mga dynamite na rookies na ang lalakas pumalo. Ayan, tudlasan.
Laika.
I remember when she first busted in sa NC. Grabe pumalo dito rin.
Yeah. And
Good
Nicole Ong
defense.
with a heavy hit. And this is sent to Esteban. Lieses. Rebustes cleans it up. Perses off speed. Nandun si Katarig. 1-2. No. Ball is still in play. Lady Blazers on the attack. Track down. Back set.
A
Hindi
little too
umabot.
fancy. Si Tambasakan no? A little too fancy. Ando dun na nakita mong nakabuelo na si Nicole Ong. You gotta give that low ball, go for a quick.
Yeah.
Wanted that back set kasi nandun din yung depensa eh. Good read. Good intention, but too difficult of an execution.
This is dangerous territory if you're Mapua. Dalawa na lang ang inahabol ng Benilde. Cross-court kill for Esteban.
Manipis na manipis yung pagkakapalo ng cut shot na yun. Look at it. How thin that cross-court hit was.
And right through the two defenders. Pasarte. Underhand setup for Perses, who puts it through.
Off the block, Nadine Perses.
Big thumbs up.
Perses now with 9 points. Continuing her stellar two-way play for Mapua. And they regain a 4-point lead. Coach Jerry calls for time.
Ano ba ang 1-7 sa atin? Eh, anong pinapalo mo? Di ba 8 yun? Eh, bakit ang tigas ng ulo mo?
Respect na tayo. Ready na!
That's a rare timeout, by the way, by Coach Jerry Yee. But he needed to do it, Coach Hammer.
Yes, and it has been becoming a little bit more frequent since last season. Even for his taste,
Yeah,
Siyempre, nasanay tayo na hindi tumatimeout.
correct. Let's see how the Lady Blazers will respond. That's how they do it. Ashley SS connecting from the middle.
Tama nga ako, 3 si Ash kasi 12 si Wewe last year.
That's true. Oo nga,
Okay.
ano? So si Chen kumuha ng
Yep,
number
mukha.
ni Estoque. Back set here for
Ah,
Esteban again. Esteban has been producing off the bench.
Good step-up job there. Coming off the bench, given an opportunity. Now trying to go for that cross court, but the arms of the defenders are right there. But enough juice to break it.
And doble palit para sa Mapua. Their main gunners are back on the floor. Main playmaker and main gunner. Jem Gavica and Raisa Rica Blanca. But we have to clap for the quality minutes provided by Tambasakan and Esteban. Lady Cardinals ahead by 4. Perses dug up by Dorog. Katarig sent back. Bartolome mula ulit sa gitna, catching the line.
Din tong Bartolome. Any position, any run up on that hit right at the middle of that defense. Towards the back, rather.
You got it right, Coach Hammer. Any position.
Oo, hindi nilalagay siya kanina as open.
Yeah.
She's very potent on the service area. Nalagay sa opposite, nakakuha din ng puntos.
Rookie vet, itong si Cams Bartolome. That's an attack error for Nadine Berces. And just like that, the lead is down to 2. Closing out is the challenge, especially if you're against the Benilde Lady Blazers.
Get them to a corner, you gotta take the round. You have to take the round.
Gavica, Rica Blanca, too much heat. And Mapua scores the point.
Mas malutong yung kung naka-on yung boom natin doon. Sakto, bumagsak yung bola.
Magaling si Kaya na
Naiwasan yung
bigger,
equipment.
oo. Pasarte, Katarig. Liabres on the approach. Ang ganda ng signala nila doon, no? Sigaw. Si Rebustes.
Mas gusto ko yung reaction eh.
Oh,
Mas
yeah.
gusto ko yung reaction after eh. But again, they'll take the point.
22-18. Katarig, soft touch.
That's different for her. That's very different.
Dorog. Bartolome, one-on-one, and winning that battle.
Oh, they have a live one. They have a live one.
Wow,
Dynamic. She is dynamic.
what a debut game for Cams Bartolome. 7 points.
And the possessions are not being forced to her. Nagkakataon lang na she's around the area. Tinatawag din nila yung plays. Pero kahit saan ilagay. Attack from the outside, attack from the interior.
Effective.
Movement.
Yeah.
Good.
Flores is now on the floor. This is one of Coach Jerry's high school players from Hope. Liabres with a push. Katarig brings it to Lieses. Back to Clydel. Rica Blanca, dalawang kamay ulit. Nolasco. It is a chance ball for the Lady Blazers.
No lift on that. Running hit. A little bit too tight on the spacing right there. Providing a little bit of a roadblock dun sa buwelo ni Zam de Laslo. Kasi pag napapalo sila ng running hit, parang banana cut yung gagawin.
Pasarte. Oh, Katarig. That's a full swing from Clydel Katarig.
Rinse and repeat, specialty of the house.
The defending champions not going down without a fight here in the second set. Berses. Balik kay Liabres. Nolasco. Still in play. Rica Blanca. Ooh, Getigan with a dig. Outside. Oh, there was a check.
That's a point for Benilde.
But Mapua is confident that there was none. Are they going to challenge?
Yes, I think they would challenge
They
this
will.
one.
I understand why they're hesitant, Coach Hammer, because it might cut to their momentum.
Yep.
But we gotta verify. Kasi kumpiyansa yung mga player ni Coach Aying na walang nakahawa. This is a big point.
Yep.
Because if it goes in favor of Mapua, they'll be at set point. For Benilde, they'll just be down by 2. Meron bang humawa? Ooh! Good challenge! Good challenge by Coach Aying Esteban. So now, the Lady Cardinals have a chance to equalize the game.
Set point for Mapua.
Rica Blanca to start the rally. Bouncing it off the net. Lieses. Gavica. Liabres. Nicole Ong sends it over. Pasarte this time choosing Zam Nolasco. Denied by Nicole Ong. And the Lady Cardinals take 1 set from Benilde.
We have a ball game.
This ensures us a 4th set. Nolasco getting shut down by Nicole Ong. The Lady Cardinals win set 2, 25-20, and we're now tied.